What's up, you guys? Welcome to today's video. As you can tell by the title, I have a crazy story time for you guys today. But before we get into it, I wanted to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel. This time last year, I had 15,000 subscribers. And today when I am filming this video, I have 270,000 subscribers. So many of you have been supporting me and encouraging me along this journey, and I can't even thank you enough. A year ago when I had 15,000 subscribers, honestly, that was 10,000 more than I ever thought I'd have. Keeping it real. So I am just so grateful for each and every one of you, not just for subscribing to my channel, but for watching my videos, commenting words of encouragement to me and to other people. That does not go unnoticed. So thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart for being part of the Ride or Die crew. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm loving my new skincare. If you guys want to see my skincare routine, I'm about to film that for my second channel, the Jessica Henry Show. I will link that down below, but I'm loving it. Okay, that's not what this video is about. This video is actually very serious, but I can't stop looking at my highlighter. So let me just set the scene for you guys today. This story time takes place in 2011. Now, 2011 was one of the worst years of my life. I had recently left New York. I was on the run from felony charges that I was innocent of that eventually got dropped, but that took years, and I was in prison in Arkansas when that happened, so that took time. But I was on the run, and at this point in my life, I had felt as though I had lost everything. I lost my apartment, I lost my family, I lost my friends, I lost my business. I had absolutely nothing, and I surrounded myself with strangers in Arkansas. Now, because I was using methamphetamine, every emotion that I was feeling was very intense. If I was angry, I was very angry. If I was sad, I was very sad. If I was happy, I was very happy. My emotions were just all over the place at this point. I was also not only using methamphetamine, but I was also using pills, and I was speedballing, which means you do both a downer and an upper, pills and meth, and that was a really dangerous cocktail. Please do not do that. Please do not do that. But I was just out of my mind, and I had been on the run at this point for about 3 months, and the guilt of that really started to eat away at me the deeper and deeper I got into methamphetamine. Not only was I feeling guilty because my ex was sitting in jail and I was on the run and I couldn't be there for him, but I was also feeling guilty because I was not there for my family. You know, people that were depending on me, I had just up and left because I did not want to go to prison on charges that were not mine. So I thought I would run and fight the case from a state far away. That was my mentality then. Obviously that was wrong, but running was wrong, but I knew that if I was arrested on those charges, I would have had a public defender and they would have offered me a plea deal and I would turn it down, so I would have to go to trial. Now in America, if you turn down a plea deal and you are innocent of something and you take it to trial, the chances of you winning are very, very slim. And the chances of a jury looking at me, someone who's already a felon, dating someone that had robbed a store, looking at me and saying that I was innocent, they would have found me guilty. So for the first time in my life, I actually beat a case and didn't go to prison for it. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. Although we can make videos about that. I was just feeling guilty. In early 2011, I also lost 2 of my friends from my hometown area. One was high and got into a car accident and passed away. The other was in an altercation with someone and was stabbed, and he passed away. I was not able to go home to their funerals because I was on the run. The guilt of that was eating away at me too. Now, I could take care of my friends and family by sending them money, but I couldn't actually be there for them, and that was really, really tough for me. So I had got a call from my mom. Now at this point in my relationship with my mom, and I know a lot of you guys ask me this all the time, do I have a good relationship with my mom? Yes, I do. I know I don't talk about her a lot on the channel, but we have a good relationship now. So I was on the phone with my mom, and I would talk to my mom all the time, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I would talk to her on the phone, be smoking a cigarette. I have since quit smoking, thankfully. I have not had a cigarette since 2011. So I was smoking a cigarette, talking on the phone, and playing on my iPod Touch Guitar Hero. And I'm like talking to my mom so fast. I don't even know how she understood me. I don't even know what I was saying to her. I was probably so out of my mind, but my mom always answered the phone no matter what time it was. And she's a night owl anyway, but like 3 o'clock in the morning? Oh my God, what was I even thinking, right? So I was actually talking to my mom at this point at a normal hour. It was in the afternoon, and I was talking to her and just kind of walking around my house in Arkansas, and she told me, well, we had a little incident here last night. And I said, okay, what happened? Is my brother okay? Because anytime my mom said, oh, we had an incident, I always think that something happened with my brother, and I was really scared she was gonna say something that happened to him, or he got into an accident, or something happened with him. So I'm like, is my brother okay? And she's like, yeah, everyone's fine. Everything's fine. I'm like, Mom, please just tell me. And when I was on meth, I felt everyone talked really, really slow and moved really, really slow. They didn't talk slow, they're normal. I'm moving a million miles an hour. So I remember being frustrated with my mom for not telling me soon enough or telling me fast enough, because I'm like, please just tell me what happened. Come on. And for me, you're talking really slow, and I'm, you know what I mean? I'm 10 paces ahead of you, because my brain is just like going a million miles an hour. She said, well, it was after dinner. Your brother and I were washing the dishes and cleaning up for everything that we had made that day. And it was a very quiet night, very peaceful night. We had the windows open and just kind of letting some fresh air in. And we heard pop, 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 pop. And I thought it was fireworks. Now, I'm just gonna pause you here. How cute is my mom to think it's fireworks, first of all? But second of all, I was like, someone got shot. Now, as soon as she said that she thought it was fireworks, I immediately knew that she was gonna tell me that someone had gotten shot. So I'm like, my heart is pounding on my chest, and I'm like, is everyone okay? I remember asking her that several times. And she said, well, just hold on, let me just tell you. Now, she wants to tell me the sequence of events, and I'm just like, just get to the point. I was just crazy back then. So she said, your brother said, no, it's gunshots, and he went to run outside, and I couldn't really stop him from running outside. Now, let me pause the story again. If you hear gunshots, do not run outside. Do not run outside. Don't do that. But he did. He ran outside, and the way that my mom's house was, and I'll explain the street in a second when I get to the second shooting that happened. So it was an apartment building, and from her kitchen window, she could see the street, the front of the house and the street. But the way that you would enter my mom's apartment was on the side. She had like this little side porch. So my brother had walked out onto the porch, and he saw someone running away. And that's all he saw. And then he saw someone laying on our front lawn. I think I can pull up a news article. So I'm gonna put up a news article right here of what had happened. It's very short, it's very brief. So what happened was there was an altercation with 2 people on my mom's front lawn, and someone had shot this individual multiple times, at least one time in the head. And this news article is so brief, but this is what happens. When a shooting like that happens, the cops will come, take pictures, collect evidence, come with a coroner, and then leave. They're not gonna stick around and ask questions, because that puts other people at risk because of snitching. They just said, if you have any information about this shooting, please contact, Utica Police Department. And I don't think anyone was ever arrested in that, because I have tried to look up articles to see if anyone was arrested in this particular murder, and I have not seen a single thing. I don't think this guy was ever caught. So my mom is telling me this, and I am just so scared. Utica, while some parts of it can be beautiful, it has a high crime rate, and I was already very nervous that my mom was living there, and I wanted her so badly to move away from Utica. So I'm on the phone trying to convince her it's not safe there for you. This is a really bad neighborhood. This is a bad area. Please move out of there. I'll help you with a down payment. I'll help you with anything that you need. Just please move out of Utica. And I was very concerned for my mom and my brother's safety. So my mom's street on Watson Place, there was like this little bodega or corner store at the end of the street. This store attracted a lot of people, a lot of shady individuals, and there was this one time where my ex and I had gone to see my mom in Utica. I think it was Thanksgiving, and we walked to the corner store to get drinks or snacks or cigarettes or whatever the heck we were buying. And when I was paying for everything, and I would separate my money, so I had a 20 to buy the cigarettes or buy whatever it is that we wanted from the store, and then I had another wad of cash in a separate pocket, and I would only pull out a single bill at a time. I was very nervous about having money in public, as you can imagine. But my ex was waiting for me outside of the store. I paid for our things and I walked out of the store, and my ex had asked me if we could buy hard from this guy, which is crack. And I was like, oh my God, no, of course we cannot do that. Like, are you kidding? Now my ex protests that and he really wants us to buy it. And I had to pull out a wad of money in front of these people. And I was so scared doing that. And the deal went down smooth. We bought what my ex wanted, and I kind of just walked away and left my ex standing there to get back to my mom's house because they just saw me with this money, and I was just a nervous wreck about that. I didn't have a weapon on me. I didn't have anything on me. All I had was this guy with me, and this is a bad situation. And I remember being really, really mad. But there would be deals going on all the time at this corner store, and I know because I bought stuff from the corner store too, but there'd be deals and shady people all hours of the night at this store, and I did not want my mom living 4 houses up from this little corner store. I wanted her away from that area so badly. So I had already been talking to her about getting away from that neighborhood when the shooting happened. So my mom, you know, just kind of being gangster, saying that she's safe, she's okay, no one's gonna hurt her, you know, that this was probably a drug deal gone bad, or, you know, it's definitely nothing that my mom would be involved in, and she's okay. And she kept trying to, you know, tell me that she is safe, she's okay, I don't need to worry. Well, 1 week later, the apartment building right next door to my mom, there was a shooting in this apartment building, and someone had gotten shot and killed in my mom's apartment building 1 week after someone was shot and killed on my mom's front lawn. Now, you guys, I am just a complete crazy mess of a person already. And just the thought of my mom maybe walking home from the store one day and someone attacking her was just too much for me to handle. So thankfully, my mom has since moved out of Utica, and she is now living in a small town where basically nothing happens. So that makes me just feel so much better for her safety. I'm the kind of person that always worries about my family. So when things like this happen so close to home, it makes me freak out. So when I was on the run, I felt so helpless. I felt like there's nothing I can do. And then I started to feel really guilty for everything that I had been a part of, because I can't be there for my mom if she needs me. So I am so grateful to be sitting here 8 years sober. I can come and go whenever I please, you know, after this whole situation that's going on. I can go see my mom at any time. She can come see me at any time after, you know, this pandemic chills the out. The freedom of knowing that I can be there for my family whenever they need me, the freedom of being off of parole, I can't even tell you guys how grateful I am for that. I never thought that I could be sober. I never thought that I would get out of that lifestyle. I never thought that I would be living a happy life, and I definitely never thought that I would have kids or be a YouTuber. Life is so funny, and I started to learn that the longer I stayed sober, the better life became. The longer I stayed sober, the more good things started to happen, the more clarity I had, the more goals that I had. So sobriety has done amazing things for me. I'm gonna end today's video here. I love you guys. Stay safe, stay sober, and I will see you in my next one.